What's up guys, welcome back to another installation video. Today we're going to be installing the starlights. I've had them sitting in my garage for about a year now, and it's about time I get to installing them. If I remember correctly, I bought it off of Amazon for 150 bucks. This is the 450 fiber optic line kit. As you can see, this is the box, that's the actual fiber optic lines. Then you have the power cable, and then you have the remote. Tools you would need specifically for this job, I would suggest you get those pliers so you can cut off the fiber optic lines perfectly from the actual headliner after you run the fiber optic lines. It's at Home Depot and I think it was like 10 bucks. Another thing you need, hot glue gun or hot glue sticks so you can stick the fiber optic lines in the back of the headliner. Honestly, the only reason I haven't installed it yet, yo, what the hell, that's a snake. Look at that, what the hell, it's a tiny ass fucking snake. Gotta love Florida. The only reason I haven't installed it yet, I've had it for a year sitting in my garage, is because I have an aftermarket Alcantara headliner, and I've been hesitant about drilling through it because it was really expensive. But it's been sitting in my garage and I'm kind of done with projects here and there with my car, so I figured I might as well just get it over with. But let me walk you guys through the actual process of taking apart the headliner and taking it out of the car, because I know I haven't seen much about it online. There was a few videos here and there, but they weren't fully detailed, and if you guys know me, I like to make fully detailed videos of how to do everything. Alright, I don't know how well you guys could see here from the light, but it's a T20 bit. You just basically take it off.
I like your taste in tunes and everything you ooze, your tempo.
After you take the T20 screw bits out, it's gonna fall and you're gonna wanna push up like that to basically undo it from right here, and then at the end of it is where the little wire is you want to pull out. All right, so I'm gonna do the other side, and for this it just literally, it's just a few clips. There you go, and then there's the wires there at the end, and just unplug those. All right, let me do that, and then we'll go ahead and start taking apart the A-pillars and all the plastic pieces around, start pulling down the headliner. All right, so I got the sun visors off. I took this off. I think I'm gonna try, instead of disconnect it, just run it through and just leave it on there, because I know these wires are not connected to the actual headliner. I'm gonna try, if not I'll just disconnect it. But now you gotta take out the headliner. So these A-pillars literally just clipped on. You just put your finger like that. It's really easy for it to come off. I already did that part. And there's just magnets on top, by the way, but you just want to watch out not to like bend it or crease your actual headliner. It's like when you're pulling down, just make sure you know you're not bending it or creasing it. So now to the back, it's the same thing. It's basically, damn it, it's tight in here. It is magnets back here holding it together. So you want to just pull this just like the front. It's just a clip. There it is. And then you want to take this off too. I had to take all these panels off when I did my airlift because I ran the lines right there. But so I put down a seat, pull that down. Alright, that's down. Well, ow, that's down. So now the only thing holding it is this. To be honest, I might just try and like pull it out of here. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing for this side. Alright, that's down. Let's get the magnet that's right here. Alright, and then let's fish this out of here without creasing it or bending it. Oh, well, let's get out the car. Whew. Alright, the battery died, so I don't know what ended up getting recorded. But basically what I ended up doing, took that apart. There's two magnets there. I dropped it. You don't really have to go take this apart. You could just leave it on like at the other side. You just gotta fish it through right here very slowly. And then on the headliner too, there's clips hanging out, clips connected right there. That clip, you just gotta like undo them and then just push this through. And then after that, your headline's basically off. Here's where I'm at now. Moved the seats all the way back. I'm trying to do this without having to take the seats off because I just don't want to go through that hassle. Let's see how that goes though. So now all I have left is just to rip off the wire because it's hot glued on there or glued on there, and we need to take the headliner off. So basically just rip them off and then we'll just glue them later, and then we're gonna try and take off the headliner out of the car without taking the seats off. I was thinking if I do need more space, I will just disconnect the headrests of the seats, and then that should give me enough space. But if it doesn't, taking one of the seats off might just be the move. But let's just get there. As y'all saw, it really was not that bad to get it off. I think I was just scared I had to take the seats off. I didn't want to do that. So literally all I did was like push the seats all the way back and then just bend it facing that way, facing the door, and just get it out of the passenger. I just like bend it inward a little bit and it came right off, as you guys saw. So that wasn't really that bad. Have a lot of wires from the cameras just hanging, but yeah, let's get to it. All right, since I'm in Florida, I bought everything inside because it's fucking like 90 degrees outside. But that's the headliner. That's how it looks in the back. That's the back side with the two magnets, and that's the front. So I got this small drill bit right here, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count them as I go. I'm gonna try and keep a tally there with my phone on how many I've done, just so I know how much I'm gonna spread everything around. And I'm gonna start in the center, and then I'm gonna start working through a circle. I'm not gonna go for a perfect circle, just so it looks more, you know, starlight-ish. I'm not gonna put you guys on time lapse because this is just basically drill through, stick it in, and then put hot glue on top right there. So here's where I'm at now. I got a pen and I marked dots all around just so I can figure out how I want to space it. Kind of like did 100, 200, 300, and so on. But I'm spacing it out too close to each other. It's barely filling out the actual headliner. And I think I'm gonna just try and just drill through that and just run it through. But so now what I'm doing is just I'm drilling a little further out than the holes the dots I actually made. And then what I recommend though is drill the hole and then run it through, because as soon as you drill the hole, you're not going to be able to see it again. So like you want to drill and then run the fiber optics line through. But yeah, that's why I try to be organized about it at first, just so I can see how I want to space it out, because now I know 460 is what I have, and it's not even enough. I need a lot more to fill it out. So I need to space it out, give it some more space for it to actually look, you know, more natural and better. That took me about 30 minutes because I stopped working and did a few other things, but just dotting in all that took about 30 minutes. Alright, so here's where I'm at. Mind you, I'm not really working that fast, so it's 4 o'clock now. Taking like breaks here and there, you know, doing other things. just doing this in between. But noticing that I want to start spreading it out even more. I had to get this light so it makes me just see a little better. But if you look right here, I like how it looks right there in the center, but I think I want to start spreading it out even more. I want to get it all over here, here too, so it's like all over the headliner, which means I want to end up going through this too. So to do that, I want to start going wider so I have enough.
Can I follow you back to your room, watching you bloom in the light of the moon? Can I follow you back to your arms, wash it all off in the river of your heart? There's a million different songs that I learned to sing, watching you bloom in the light of the moon. Your loneliness will never be lost on me, so reach out and love and don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger now. Turn up the stereo, the sound is taking hold. You dance like no one sees you driving.
All right, y'all, it's the next day. I would say I'm about 2 hours in, and I'm halfway done just poking through the holes. This is where I am at now. I don't know if you guys could see. I had to bring a light on so I could see everything perfectly, but it does take a lot of time. I would say it took me 30 minutes so far to get the headliner off, and then I'm about 2 hours into poking holes through. So officially the next day now. Finally finished. I didn't really record any of the work yesterday because it's basically just doing it over and over again. But to get you a time frame, so took me about 6 to 7 hours to actually poke through the holes and run them through. And then as you could see, I already went through and put the hot glue in the back. I didn't cut anything yet still. I'm gonna do that after I put it in the car, just so in case if it does get pulled or whatever, it's still there. But so the idea here is that I know it's a mess, but I'm gonna try and do my best to pull it. I guess what I would tell you, my advice would be is to not do it in a small area. I ended up doing it in my room, which was nice because AC, but I didn't have enough room to lay out the fiber optic line and keep it all organized. I guess now if I were to go back and redo it, I'd want to make it in a bigger room and just lay out the actual line fully so I can keep everything straight and organized. But it'll still work. It just looks like a lot right now because as you can tell, it's a lot of fiber optic lines. But the idea here is I'm gonna run the box right here through that corner and just set it right there. And then I'm gonna since I lost the power cable that they gave me, I have this right here that fits into a wall, and I have this right here that fits into USB. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cutting this and that and just attaching them together. If that doesn't work, I'll just order something from Amazon, but I doubt it wouldn't. I've kind of done it before, so it will work just fine. Alright guys, it is 10:30 right now. It took me about 4.5 hours to put the headliner back in the car because I had problems with fitting the bundle of fiber optic lines through the back here. As you can see, I ended up taping it with tape right there and running it through into that corner right there. but ended up taking this panel off, which just clips. You literally just pull on it. You gotta take that little thing, the seatbelt thing, you pull that little plastic tab outwards, and then this panel comes off. You gotta put the seats down, obviously. I ran the bundle through there. I ended up zip tying it to the wire right there. This panel, when I'm done, I'm gonna end up trying to adjust it like as much as I can and put it back in. I ran the wires. I took the bottom of the seat off. It's just literally tabs right here. And then I ran the wires under the seat and then into here. It's just one wire. Other than that, I'm using this tool right now to cut through the fiber optic line, and that's the tool I told you guys to get. And the reason I told you guys to get it is because if you look, it literally cuts off the fiber optic perfectly and doesn't leave any traces on the actual headliner. Alright, I'll update you guys at the end of how the final product looks like and any advice to show in time. Alright guys, here's the final product. As you can see, it looks awesome. It came out great. It filled out the entire headliner of the S550. Like I said earlier, I'm going to give you guys tips and tricks to make it faster for you guys. So what I could tell you is definitely be organized. Don't do it in a small place, and then run your fiber optic lines through and then have it be organized in a clean bundle that's a circular. Don't have it be a mess like mine was, because I had a problem with fitting it into that panel right here, which as you can see right there in the corner, you can see some light coming off, but obviously the panel just needs a little bit more pushing in, but that's about it. And also definitely buy this tool from Home Depot, as it cuts the fiber optic lines cleanly and you don't even feel them through the headliner. But yeah, this is it for the installation video. All in all, it's not that difficult. It just takes a lot of time. I'm gonna try and start recording more videos for you guys, because I'm always working on my cars, on my car, my friends' cars or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.